You're not in your 20s anymore, and that's a good thing. But if your wardrobe still is, it's sending the wrong message. Here are the biggest fashion mistakes men over 40 make that quietly turn women off, and what to wear instead to look like a gentleman. Chapter 1. Wearing overly trendy sneakers. Let's start here. You might think you're pulling off those chunky, highlighter-colored sneakers, but let's be honest. If you're over 40 and still wearing what Gen Z calls drip, you're not impressing women your age, or younger for that matter. You're confusing them, and not in the good way. I see this all the time. Guys walk into a cafe wearing a decent pair of jeans, maybe a nice jacket, and then I look down. What do I see? Some oversized, foam-looking sneaker monstrosity that looks like it was designed by a bored 14-year-old on a sugar high. Now look, I'm not saying sneakers are off limits, far from it. But when you go full Yeezy Boost hype train mode, you're not dressing like a man. You're dressing like a man who's trying to be 20, and women can smell that desperation from across the room. Here's what to wear instead. Opt for clean, minimalist sneakers with a mature silhouette. White leather with minimal branding, gray suede, navy canvas. Brands like Oliver Cabell, Koyo, or even a low-profile Adidas Samba. These give you casual comfort without looking like a sneakerhead in a midlife crisis. When your footwear is subtle and sharp, it says one thing: this guy gets it. Chapter 2. Wearing shirts that are too tight or way too loose. Now this one separates the guys who dress well from the ones who just get dressed. Let's talk about fit. If your shirt is pulling across the buttons, stretching at the chest, or looks like you're smuggling 2 tennis balls in your biceps, you've gone too far. I get it. You've been hitting the gym. You're proud of the progress. But if your shirt looks like it might rip every time you reach for your keys, you're not impressing anyone. You're making women uncomfortable. And on the flip side, if you're wearing something that hangs off your frame like a bedsheet, guess what? It looks like you've given up. Both extremes send the wrong message. Tight shirts scream insecurity. Oversized ones whisper apathy. Neither one says, I'm a grown man who knows how to dress. Wear this instead. Start by knowing your body type. If you're broader in the shoulders, look for shirts labeled athletic fit or tailored fit. If you're lean, go with slim fit, but make sure it's not tight at the buttons. And always do the reach test. Raise your arms. If your stomach shows or the fabric strains across your back, it's too small. Pay attention to sleeve length too. A good casual button-down or polo should hit mid-bicep. Not too high, not flapping around your elbow. And remember, the fit should skim your body, not hug it. You don't have to look like a mannequin. You just have to look like a man who knows the difference between tight and tailored. And trust me, women always notice that difference. Chapter 3. Wearing washed-out blue jeans from 2003. Let's be honest. A lot of guys get stuck here. You've had the same pair of jeans for years, maybe even decades. They're that light blue, faded-out color. Straight leg, probably a little loose at the ankle. Well, they're comfortable, they're familiar, and they remind you of the good old days. But here's the problem. They also make you look like the good old days were the last time you updated your wardrobe. And that's a silent killer. Light wash, overly faded jeans have a way of dragging your entire outfit down. They look dated. They add bulk in the wrong places. And worst of all, they make it obvious you haven't been paying attention to style for over a decade. Now, I'm not saying you need to wear skinny jeans or dress like a runway model, but there's a huge difference between classic and outdated. Here's what to wear instead. Go for dark wash denim. Something clean, structured. No rips, no weird fading, no contrast stitching. Dark indigo, charcoal, or even a washed black works incredibly well, especially for dressing up or down. Look for jeans with a modern taper. That means slightly slimmer through the thigh, narrowing toward the ankle. Not tight, just neat. You want the denim to frame your legs, not drown them. A well-fitted, dark pair of jeans can take you everywhere, from a casual dinner to a blazer and boots evening out. You'll look taller, more put together, and definitely more attractive. I've linked a few perfect examples of dark denim in the description below. These are cuts and washes I personally wear because they work. And once you make the swap, you'll see what I mean. You won't just look better, you'll feel more confident too. Chapter 4. Wearing cheap-looking faux leather jackets. I'm going to say something that might hurt a little. Most faux leather jackets look terrible. There, I said it. And the older you get, the worse they look, because they don't age and neither do you, like in the same way. You know the type I'm talking about. Shiny, plasticky, stiff, almost reflective under light. It creaks when you move. The fit's usually off, and it gives off major trying to be edgy energy. Wearing one is like showing up to a nice restaurant wearing a fake Rolex. It doesn't fool anyone. And instead of looking stylish, you just look like you're playing dress up. Now look, I understand not everyone wants to shell out $1,000 for a leather jacket. That's fair. But you have better options that still give you that masculine, rugged look without the plastic sheen or awkward stiffness. Here's what to wear instead. If you really want a leather jacket, go real or go suede. Real leather breaks in with time. It molds to your body. It gets better with age, just like you should. Can't go for leather right now? Try a suede bomber. It's got texture, character, and it pairs beautifully with jeans, boots, even sneakers. Another option I swear by, a waxed cotton field jacket. It gives you that structured, confident silhouette, but it's more understated and much easier to wear. Stick to classic colors. Think navy, olive, or tan. Avoid shiny finishes. Avoid weird zippers or patches. Keep it clean. Keep it grown. And yes, I've dropped a few top-tier options I personally recommend in the description below. These jackets will last you years, and every time you wear one, you'll look like a man who's in his element, not playing a role. Chapter 5. Wearing cargo shorts with too many pockets. Alright, let's talk about cargo shorts. Yes, they're practical. Yes, they hold your phone, your keys, your wallet, maybe even a sandwich if you need it. But here's the hard truth. No woman on earth looks at a pair of oversized, multi-pocket cargo shorts and thinks, wow, now that's a stylish man. Cargo shorts are one of those things that got left behind after college, or at least they should have been. Yet somehow they've snuck their way into summer wardrobes for men over 40 like a bad habit. And I get it. They're comfortable. They're familiar. But comfort without intention just looks lazy. The bagginess throws off your proportions. The flaps and buttons and saggy fit scream, suburban dad running errands. And when you pair them with tube socks and running shoes, you've officially given up. That's not gentleman. That's not confidence. That's, I got dressed with the lights off. Here's what to wear instead. Replace them with tailored chino shorts that hit just above the knee. The keyword is tailored. You want a clean leg line, no cargo pockets, and a modern cut that actually flatters your legs. Colors like khaki, navy, olive, or even off-white work beautifully. They're neutral, versatile, and scream intentional. Pair them with a polo, loafers, or crisp sneakers, and you're instantly in the smart, casual summer zone. It doesn't mean you're overdressed, it just means you give a damn. And trust me, women love that. Chapter 6. Wearing sports sunglasses with casual outfits. Now this one right here, it's subtle, but it makes a huge difference. Let me ask you something. Do you wear wraparound mirrored Oakleys or aggressive sports sunglasses when you're not on a bike trail? If the answer is yes, we need to talk. Sports sunglasses might be great for your Sunday run or mountain biking trip, but if you're wearing them with your everyday casual outfits, jeans, a t-shirt, a button-up, it looks off. It's the wrong energy. Because here's what women see. It's not this guy's active. It's this guy doesn't know the difference between performance gear and personal style. It's like wearing hiking boots to a dinner date. Technically functional, sure, but visually way out of place. And here's the thing. Your face is your first impression. Eyewear either sharpens that impression than a social event. Here's what to wear instead. Invest in classic sunglasses that complement your face shape. Aviators, Wayfarers, Clubmasters. Frames with substance, elegance, and timeless appeal. Stick to matte or brushed metal finishes. Black, tortoiseshell, gunmetal. These elevate your look without screaming for attention, and they don't go out of style. If you're not sure where to start, try a pair of matte black Wayfarer style frames. They're versatile, flattering on most face shapes, and they go with everything from casual outfits to linen blazers. And here's a bonus. When your sunglasses are sharp and stylish, they give you that mysterious, confident edge. The kind of edge that gets noticed. So leave the Oakleys for the hiking trail, and pick up a pair that says, I know what I'm doing. Chapter 7. Wearing untucked dress shirts with long tails. This one drives me crazy. You see a guy out at a nice dinner. He's got good jeans, nice shoes, and then his shirt is flapping around like a dress. Untucked, way too long, hanging past the hips, sometimes even halfway down his thighs. You know what I mean. It's the classic mistake. Wearing a dress shirt meant to be tucked in, but leaving it out. Now don't get me wrong. I love an untucked button down when it's done right. It can be relaxed, effortless, and masculine. But if the shirt is too long or has those deep shirt tails that curve down low, it just looks sloppy. It throws off your proportions. That shortens your legs visually, and worst of all, it looks like you forgot to finish getting dressed. Here's what to wear instead. You want a casual button-up or a shirt that's designed to be untucked. These are cut shorter in the body with even or slightly curved hems that sit just below your belt line, not halfway down your thighs. Brands are literally designing these now for men who want to look casual without looking messy. Look for terms like untuckable, casual button-down, or camp collar styles. And don't ignore the fabric. Oxford cloth, linen, chambray, these feel more relaxed and look right when worn untucked. Pair one with dark jeans or chinos and you've got a summer-ready outfit that's relaxed, masculine, and sharp. Bonus tip, roll the sleeves neatly, 2 folds max. You'll instantly look more intentional, and that's attractive. Chapter 8. Wearing outdated dress shoes with square toes. Let me say this bluntly. If you're still wearing square-toe dress shoes, it's time for them to retire. These shoes were everywhere in the early 2000s, and they haven't aged well. They make your feet look boxy. They ruin the silhouette of a modern outfit. And women see them as a sign that you haven't updated your wardrobe in 15 years. They're like the flip phone of footwear. Functional back then. Embarrassing now. Even worse, they cheapen everything else you wear. You could be in a custom blazer and crisp trousers, but if you've got square-toe shoes on, the whole look falls flat. Here's what to wear instead. You want to look for shoes with a rounded or almond toe. These are timeless, elegant, and much more flattering on your feet. Some of my favorite picks include cap-toe Oxfords for formal occasions, Darbys for business casual, brogues or wingtips for something with a bit more personality, and Chelsea boots or sleek loafers when you want style and ease. Stick to real leather, avoid high-shine, cheap synthetics, and keep your colors rich, dark brown, oxblood, or black depending on your outfit. You'll find my go-to shoe recommendations linked in the description below. Each one is sharp, versatile, and built to last. And here's the bonus. Women do notice shoes. Bad ones kill attraction instantly. Good ones, they seal the deal. So make sure your shoes aren't screaming $19.99. Let them say refined, confident, modern gentleman. Chapter 9. Wearing dress socks with athletic logos. Let's talk socks. Now, I know this sounds minor. You're probably thinking, come on, man, socks? Who cares? But let me tell you something most men overlook. Women notice the details, especially when they don't match the rest of your look. You could be wearing a beautiful pair of loafers, nicely pressed chinos, and a tailored shirt, but the second you sit down, cross your leg, and flash a bright white ankle sock with a big Nike swoosh on it, the entire illusion shatters. It screams, I don't pay attention. And when you're over 40, attention to detail is everything. Athletic socks belong in the gym, not with your dress shoes, not with loafers, not with suede Chelsea boots, and especially not with a suit. This is one of those things that quietly undermines your whole outfit. It's like having one stain on a crisp white shirt. Most people might not say anything, but they see it. Here's what to wear instead. Invest in real dress socks. That means socks that are thin, breathable, and designed to be worn with dress shoes or smart casual footwear. Go for ribbed or fine knit textures in colors like charcoal, navy, olive, brown, or even burgundy. Avoid anything with loud patterns unless you really know how to pull it off. My personal favorite? Merino wool dress socks. They're temperature regulating, they last longer, and they feel incredible, no matter the season. And let me say this, you don't need a drawer full of flashy socks to look stylish. You need a small collection of high-quality pairs that match your trousers and shoes. When your socks blend seamlessly with the rest of your look, it communicates that you've thought it through. You care, and that's attractive. Chapter 10. Wearing cheap belts that don't match your shoes. This is one of the easiest fashion mistakes to fix, and yet so many men get it wrong. The belt. It's one of those accessories that flies under the radar, until it doesn't. Here's what I see all the time, and maybe you've been guilty of it too. You've got on brown leather loafers and a worn-out black belt with a shiny oversized silver buckle, or you've got on a crisp suit, and your belt is the same one you wear with jeans on the weekend. Maybe it's cracked, maybe the color doesn't match, maybe it's got a designer logo splashed across the front. Either way, it ruins the outfit. It pulls focus away from everything else you did right. And women pick up on that mismatch immediately. Why? Because accessories tell a story. A mismatched, cheap-looking belt says, I put zero thought into this. But a clean, polished belt that complements your shoes, that says, I know what I'm doing. Here's what to wear instead. Keep it simple. You need 2 high-quality belts in your wardrobe, one in brown, one in black. Make sure they're full-grain leather with a classic minimal buckle. Nothing oversized, nothing flashy, and definitely no branding. When you're wearing brown shoes, wear a brown belt. When you're wearing black shoes, wear a black belt. Yes, it's that simple and that powerful. If you're wearing suede shoes, go with a matte or suede texture belt to match. And for more casual looks, a woven leather belt or canvas option works well, as long as the tones still sync with your outfit. And one final tip, make sure the buckle is understated. No cowboy belt buckles. No brushed gold squares the size of a coaster. Just a sleek silver or gunmetal finish that holds everything together, quietly. You'll find my go-to belt picks, real leather, refined, and made to last, linked in the description below. If you're ready to look like the kind of man who knows exactly who he is, the pieces I mentioned are all linked in the description below. Yes, they're a bit more of an investment, but that's because they're made to last. They fit better, they feel better, and they make you stand out for the right reasons. These are the kinds of upgrades that don't just change how you dress, they change how you carry yourself. This channel is all about helping men over 40 dress with confidence, purpose, and class. So if you're done wasting money on clothes that don't flatter you or fall apart after a few washes, start with the links below. Build a wardrobe that actually works for you and watch what happens.